Hey guys, my name is Hannah and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I show you how I curl my hair, and this is obviously the end result. I like how it turned out. I think it's really pretty. But real quick, if you are new to my channel, I post beauty videos every Monday and Friday, so feel free to subscribe and hit the bell notifications so that way you'll be notified whenever I post. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And so let's go ahead and get into the video so you can see how I curl my hair. Washed my hair today, so this is clean hair, and then I let it air dry, and I also blow dried it. I put in this Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Strength and Moisture Leave-In Mask. I got this in a BoxyCharm, and honestly, I don't think I've used it long enough to kind of give my thoughts on it, but I will say that I have thin hair, and also it gets oily easily, and this does not seem to weigh my hair down, and I don't think I can see it, looking oily in my hair by any means, so I will at least attest to that. I do have that to say about it. And then the heat protectant that I used whenever I blow dried it was this Chi 44 Iron Guard. Usually I use the larger bottle that I can find at TJ Maxx for $11.99 a lot of the times, but I was not able to find this whenever I ran out of my previous bottle. All that to say, that's why I have the travel size, but I have used the full size before, and I've been using this heat protectant for a while, and I think that it works fine on my hair. So also the curling iron that I'm going to be using is this Hot Tools one. I've had this for a few years. It's already on, so I'm not gonna, touch it, obviously. The heat setting that I'm using is about 350 to 360. I have thin hair, as I mentioned, and as I feel like you can see as well. So the way that I curl my hair is I section it into like 3 parts. I'll kind of explain that, but I take this top half and then I twist it up and I just secure that with this clip. I don't do anything with my bangs because I'm not going to curl those, obviously. And then I just take this bottom section and I curl this side away from my face, and then I curl this side away from my face. It's very repetitive, but I did kind of want to do this video because I have been curling my hair for a while now, and I just found out different techniques and different ways that work best for me. Also, this curling iron does come with a glove, but I lost it for 2.5 years, or I lost it for a while. So I just kind of got used to doing this without a glove, but it does come with a heat protectant glove. But I just curl it to the very end, and obviously I don't touch this because this is hot. I know I didn't kind of explain it beforehand, but I feel like you can see it. It's pretty simple, but I do let it kind of hold it for a little bit after I curl it, and then I do sections about this size. It's not super, it's not sloppy, but it's not super methodical. Sloppy, I'm not sure the word I'm looking for. I really struggle with my words sometimes. I just, I know what works for my hair, and as you can see, my hair is naturally kind of straight, so I know that I can't use super large chunks whenever I curl it. That's just, what works better for your hair, but if it does curl easier, you might be able to use the larger sections, but I do about smaller sections kind of like that. And also the mirror that I'm using, I can't really see that well. It's great. There we go, much better. But yeah, so I curl this all the way from my face, as you can see. And this one, I started a little bit lower, but I find that's fine. It doesn't bother me because, and as you can see, I'm not spraying it. I did not spray it with hairspray or anything like that beforehand. And also the heat protectant that I use with, to blow dry my hair, that is sufficient for me. I don't spray it again with heat protectant. I don't find that that's super necessary. And then I just make sure that I curl all the sections, don't want to leave anyone out. And I don't time it, but I guess if I would think I'd hold it from 10 to 15 seconds maybe. And then I hold it a little bit afterwards, and then I let it go, and I don't, touch it a lot of the time whenever it's cooling. And then I do the same for the other side. And that's pretty much it. Ooh. And as you can see, I kind of hold it for a little bit, and then I let it go. And that is how, oh, wait, let me start that again. It's actually probably too big of a piece for my hair. It probably wouldn't hold very well. Also, I live in a humid climate, so it's pretty humid today. So I would say Like it might not hold as well as if you lived in drier climates, but I kind of like my hair to be kind of loose and not overly curly. As you can see now, it's really curly, but we will kind of comb through it before we hairspray it. And then I do that to make sure I get the sections in the back as well. I do check the back sometimes. I feel like usually if I have time, if I remember, before I leave, but for the most part, like I don't like use a mirror to see the back of my hair and then kind of curl it that way, obviously. And I mean, my hair isn't super long and I find that it works fine for me. So I think that that is about all for that section. Let me check, make sure, yeah. And it doesn't look like it's gonna be super curly today, but that's fine. So as I said, I cut it in, like I sectioned it into 3 sections. So then I will take the next section and I don't know, like I don't know how I can describe it better, but like you can just kind of see what I'm doing. But I get like a substantial amount to obviously, you know, curl that section as well, then clip up the other section. And also beforehand you saw I did comb through it well, and I just used a wide tooth comb. And then I might comb through it if I feel like I need to before curling it, but I kind of think it's okay. Also, whenever I curl my hair, a lot of the times now, you know, I've done it different ways, obviously. A lot of the times I do curl my hair on clean hair, but also sometimes I might wash my hair the night before and then curl it the next day after it's dry. It just depends. But I do usually like try to avoid straightening my hair the day before and then curling it, but I can do that as well, maybe. But usually I feel like I curl it on clean hair. Or I mean, I'm a planner anyway, so I will kind of think ahead of time what I want to do with my hair. And as you can see, I curl this away from my face. I do like my hair to be like pretty curly initially just because I know that it will fall. But honestly, it's just, I feel like you kind of just find the preference that is best for your hair. And I will link the products that I use in the description box down below. And then now for the last section. So for this one, I do try to make the curls closest to my face fairly curly, just personal preference. So I am a little bit more like concentrated, I guess, on this section. So this one, I actually curl the opposite direction, just like this one. Wait, no, I do it with, I have to really think about it because otherwise I start curling that way. Yes, this way. So this one I will curl toward my face. And this I mostly only do on the side of my hair that has, the part that has more hair. And then the rest of them I will curl away from my face. I think that this is the 1 1/4 inch. As I mentioned, I will try to link down below the products that I use. And I've had it for about 3 years and I haven't had any problems with it. And these I just curl all of them are away from my face. And then this is whenever I usually check if I missed any pieces, but I don't have like 2 mirrors with me, so I'm sure it's fine. So right now I would let my hair cool for a little bit, and during this time I would straighten my bangs. I know, as you can see, they're like already pretty straight, but just to make sure that they, like, to maintain, as I mentioned, it's humid here, so that way that they don't look frizzy or anything like that. I do straighten them, and I have this GHD straightener. I've had it for a little over a year and I really like it. And I literally just like straighten my bangs like that. And I still would want to let this cool, I would say, for like at least another minute or two. And then I will come back and just, I don't know, like I don't want to comb through them, through my curls just yet. So it's been a little bit longer just to like let them cool. And as you can see, they are like pretty curly right now. And this is not the look that I personally prefer. So just to kind of make them look a little bit more natural, what I do is I just take this wide tooth comb and I literally just like comb through all of my hair before spraying it with hairspray. And then now I spray it with hairspray. I actually use 2 hairsprays now. I use this one. This is the TRESemmé Extra Firm because it's all day humidity resistance. And it is like a level 4 on their scale here and it says extra firm, but I don't find that it makes your hair like crunchy or sticky or anything like that. I actually feel like it's kind of lightweight, but it does work pretty well. But just as I mentioned for the 100th time, since I do live in a humid climate, I actually use a little bit of this one as well. This is the Aussie. This is also a 4, but this says extreme hold. This is the instant freeze one. And this like really holds your curl, but I don't want to use this all over my hair because then it does kind of get like stiff and it doesn't move. And that's kind of what I want to avoid. Like I want it to stay all day, but also look like kind of natural. So I mostly use this one and then I spray this one a little bit. I know this was a long explanation about what hairspray I use, but this is just what I have found that works best for me. So I spray it up, you know, shake it up the can. And then I can't really see what I'm doing too much because of this mirror, but I will do my best. And then as I mentioned, I just use this a little bit. Ever so lightly. And then I just kind of play with it like how I would like the end result to look. Also, it's usually like, obviously, because I just curled it, it's very curly at the beginning, but I kind of like it whenever it's, you know, after a few hours and the curls have kind of fallen out a little bit. But I feel like since it's pretty humid today, they are kind of already fallen out a little bit more than normal, which is fine. Some days I like how this turns out better than others. I mean, who has perfect hair day every day? If you do, lucky you, because that's not me. I will be right back because I literally cannot see what I'm doing and it's really bothering me. So that is the completed look. As I mentioned, I really do prefer whenever it's kind of fallen a little bit and it looks a little bit more uniform, but since I just finished curling my hair, it is like not ideal for me personally, but I still think that it looks pretty good. And hopefully you got, you know, some tips if you were looking on how to curl your hair. I hope that this video helped you out. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I post beauty videos every Monday and Friday. Thanks again for watching and I will see you in my next video.